Good morning, Leo. Welcome to my love channel for you. I'm the Tarot Muse, and how I work is I shuffle all your cards beforehand and lay them out, and then we pick out the spread and then we dive in. So just bear with me. Before I dive into this, I'd just like to ask you please to like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy the video. This allows me to grow, it supports me, and it allows me to create more content for you. I also want to mention that this video may not apply to everyone, and that from today onwards I'm starting to create a How to Read the Tarot Cards series. So be sure to look out for those under my playlists. It goes into detail, understanding all of the cards so that you can learn how to read them yourself. Right, let's get into it. So, in the present moment for you, Leo, what's coming up? We have the Strength card. Covering the Strength card, we have the Eight of Swords. What is going on in the past for you, Leo? We have the Judgment card. What is going to happen in the future? We have the Knight of Swords. What is going on in your conscious realm? We have the King of Pentacles. What is in the unconscious for you? The King of Wands. Where are you at right now, Leo? We've got the New Creative Beginnings. The Ace of Wands. Where's the other person at? We've got the Ten of Cups. Where is the relationship at? We've got the Three of Swords and the Outcome. Magician card. Okay, so let's dive straight in. Right, in the present moment we have the Strength card, and it's crossed by the Eight of Swords. So I'll just explain that a little bit better. What's currently happening for you is the Strength card is about taming whatever energies within are creating conflict in your life for you. So it's finding the power within. It's finding the inner strength within to tame those aspects of ourselves that don't function properly, that cause us problems, like old patterns or belief systems or reactions that it is that we have. Now, what's crossing that is the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords is how it is that we become entrapped by something, how it is that we are disempowered by something. But the thing is, it's all created through our own minds. So somehow there's something in you that is wanting to find its power and its strength, but something is being trapped. So let's find out what that is. So for the Strength card, I picked 3 cards. Okay, and I've got the Two of Wands, the the Two of Wands, the Lovers, and the Five of Wands. So basically it's this relationship that's creating conflict in your life, and one part of you is in it right now, but another part of you is looking elsewhere. It's looking out, and so perhaps the strength for you is around taming yourself with regards to the conflict, like controlling yourself, attempting to control yourself around the conflict that's happening in this relationship. Or perhaps you're struggling to control yourself, or perhaps you don't have clarity about it. Let's find out what this Eight of Swords card is about. How is it that you trapped? 3 cards. Okay. So it appears that, so for the Eight of Swords, I've got the Sun card, which very much supports Leo. Leo is ruled by the Sun astrologically. So I feel that we've got the Sun, the World, and the King of Swords. And I feel that you're unable to, because of this situation, you're unable to access your full power and strength and joy. It's not allowing you fully to be in that state. It's not allowing you to bring completion. And then the last card is the King of Swords. So this can either mean reaching a state of detachment from the situation, like mastering your perception of the situation, or it can mean that it's this completion with this person who is a King of Swords. So a King of Swords is an air sign, so it's Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. So this could be the person that you're experiencing this conflict with. My sense is it's more around attachment. My sense is that there's some kind of enmeshment for you in this situation, and it's taking away your power. All right, so let's see. What is consciously going on for you right now? We have the King of Pentacles here. And the King of Pentacles is an earth sign. It rules Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. But it could just be work related. It could be your business. It could be your finances. Let's pick 3 cards for that. Okay. All right. So I've got, with regards to this King of Pentacles, I've got the 7 of Swords, which is the card of deception, things not being honest. I've got the 3 of Pentacles, which is in teamwork, so it could be in the workplace. And then I've got the 3 of Cups, and it's around happiness and celebration and joy. So the teamwork so it's the happiness within the workspace. Possibly there's deception there, or the happiness within the teamwork, the interaction between you and this person, how it is that you work together. Things are not honest there. And I've got it with the King of Pentacles. So this could be it could say that at work, you're experiencing this conflict that is not honest, and it's to do with the teamwork. So this is obviously coming up for a reason, and possibly there's some involvement with your partner in the business, or it could be your boss that you're in some kind of interaction with that's creating conflict, or it could be someone who is an earth sign, and how it is that the two of you work together in a happy way is not honest. There's something about it that's not clear. Let's see what is unconscious for you, Leo. I've got the King of Swords over here, and you rule the King of Swords. The King of Swords is a fire sign, and he rules Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And, sorry, not the King of Swords, the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a fire sign. Now, this is the section of the spread that reflects on what is unconscious. So what is not yet in the realm of consciousness for you, what you're not yet aware of. It really helps allow you to deal with the rest of the spread when you know what you're not conscious of. So let's pick 3 cards. Okay. So, yeah. Impulsive. So we've got the Knight of Wands. We have the 6 of Cups, and we have the Justice card. So with regards to you, possibly Leo, or another fire sign, this impulsive passion of charging in without thinking things through. It's very much, for me, this card with my own relationships has always kind of represented the player. It's someone who's incredibly charming and charismatic and so persuasive and good looking. There's just something about them. But they're not dependable. They're not in there for the long haul. They're not looking for consistency or commitment. So perhaps what this card is indicating is that those aspects of your personality, how you've played them out in the past, are starting to go through some kind of... You're starting to realize the impact that it's having on your life. And because we have the Justice card. The Justice is about cause effect. If you keep doing this, you keep going to experience this. So it can refer to how you dive into things with other people without thinking about them, where it's all about serving yourself, okay? Or it can refer to how it is that you dive into things without discerning, and so you keep attracting characters that are not good and healthy for you. And so I see you really starting to realize, okay, if I keep doing that, I'm going to keep having the same experience over and over again. Let's see what's happening in the past for you. We've got the Judgment card over here. Let's get 3 cards. So the Judgment card is about stepping into a higher place. It's the rebirth that we go through after experiencing intense situations that allow us to learn and grow. It's like the resurrection. And we've got the Queen of Swords, we've got the 10 of Swords, and we've got the 7 of Wands. So the Queen of Swords is someone who's been through pain, emotional pain, and she's mastered her mind with regards to that. She no longer wears her emotions on her sleeve. She she no longer projects into situations. She sees things clearly, and she doesn't get sucked into drama. And generally she's seen as someone who's alone, but she has a strong mind. So she doesn't allow herself to get pulled away by all kinds of things. And the cards, there was the Judgment card is talking about this awakening was around that. It had to do with the situation, whatever it was, that was very painful and betraying for you, and how it is that you took a stand against it, and how it is that you said no against it. And there was an element of detachment. Detachment is the wrong word. Perhaps it's more the clarity that came to you around the situation, and you were able to take a stand against it. So I've got the card here that represents you, Leo, and it's the Ace of Wands. So I just want to pick 3 cards to find out more about what that's about. So the Ace of Wands represents new creative beginnings. And let's get 3 cards that give us more information about what this card is about. Great, so we have the Emperor card, we have the 6 of Wands, and we have the 8 of Wands. And I apologize for the noise in the background. I'm in the Philippines. I live right on the ocean, and a boat about 2 kilometers away can be heard. There's screaming children, there's lapping waves. I mean, it's amazing, but it's also quite noisy, so we'll just ignore that sound and continue with the reading. Right, so where you at is new creative beginnings. We have the Emperor card, we have the 6 of Wands, and we have the 8 of Wands. So it's a lot of fire for you right now. And generally the Emperor card rules Aries. It's very much about taking action. It's very masculine. It's very much about control and taking charge of the situation. And it's to do with it's either to do with your passion, your sexual passion, or it's a new creative project that you feel very passionate about. It's something, it's a new beginning for you, a new fiery, creative, passionate beginning. It could be something that you're putting your energy into, that you're working with, and you're really taking control over this. And it's in the process of bringing you not only public recognition, but success and fulfillment. And with regards to this, the intensity is building, and it's happening quickly, that you're experiencing some kind of celebration and acclaim around this. So it's the recognition that you, Leo, want, being a Leo sign, which is all about standing out and being seen and recognized. And I want to find out what's going on for the other person. And by the way, I should just mention, you know, despite all the politics that are going on over here, I feel like you're in a good place with these cards over here, Leo. It's like, you know, this card over here, which when I asked what the Strength card was about, we have the 2 of Wands, and it's like despite what's happening, you're aware of it, you're meeting it, but you're also focusing on what's important for you. So the other person is the 10 of Cups, which is a card of emotional fulfillment and happiness. Okay, and they're going through some kind of destruction and meltdown with regards to grounding and commitment as well. So yeah, they're also experiencing some kind of struggle around control and holding on too tightly, possibly to the situation. It's to do with emotional happiness. So you know, it's possible that they had very strong ideas or expectations around how this happiness looked, and what it was about, and it's just crumbling, and they're not feeling grounded, and they're not feeling grounded or in control. Where's the relationship at? I've got the three of Swords, which is the heartbreak card, and yeah, it shows me that, and just from these cards over here, I want to find out more about what this heartbreak and betrayal is about. And I get the 2 of Pentacles, I get the Page of Cups, and I get the Moon. So yeah, with regards to this heartbreak, we have the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups represents a person or it represents a situation. And in this case, it's a fresh new start. It's a new emotional opportunity. And this isn't possible because on the one side we have the Moon card, and on the other side we have the Two of Pentacles. So with regards to the attempts to create some kind of new emotional start with this heartache and this pain and what's happened, there's too much confusion over there, and there's too much to manage. So perhaps there was a lot of stuff that happened that has created all this confusion where things are not clear between the two of you. And even though you're attempting to find some kind of new beginnings with the situation, it's difficult, it's a challenge. So now we get to the outcome and the future card. I always leave that for last. In the outcome card we have the Magician, and then we're going to check to see what's happening in the future. So the outcome card is the Magician, and I want to pick 3 cards to understand more about what that's about. And I've got the Page of Wands, the Empress, and the Chariot. So this outcome is for the relationship, but it's also for you specifically. And yeah, again, we have a fire sign, we have a fire symbol here, we have the Page of Wands. And I really see how you just keep shining, Leo, and you really come through strong. You know, the Page of Wands here is initiating, starting up, getting the ball rolling with and then of course we've got the Magician card, which is a major arcana card, and it's a very powerful card. It's about how we take all the elements around us and bring it into fruition. How it is that we master our mental way of seeing the situation, our emotions, how it is that we communicate the situation, and how it is that we ground ourselves in the situation to bring through contentment, coming back to a place of happiness and contentment and sensuality and power. So we've got the Chariot card here, and the Chariot card is a card of will and power, driving things forward as we see it. And so you've got all that going for you, Leo, in as the outcome. That is the outcome of all of this stuff that has played out with this person. You have learned and grown from it, and you come through beautifully. For the future, however, what I have is the Knight of Swords. So let's get 3 cards on that. Okay. Walking away from... So the Knight of Swords is... there are many interpretations for the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, he's not a king yet. The swords, as I mentioned, rules the mental realm of Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. And the Knight of Swords is someone who... he charges in, he's younger, he hasn't learnt all the lessons yet that his father has learnt, so he can be quite opinionated and hot-headed with his thoughts, or you know, he cuts through the bullshit basically. And in this case I get the feeling that there's this complete, you just go through this transformation, this realization where you're cutting through and moving away. And it takes work for you, and it takes work to get to this place of the Magician. And what's happening is you're reviewing everything that has happened in the past in order to make new decisions with moving forward in the future. And so it's how it is that you're working on yourself, and this is what happens for you in the future, Leo. And I very much see you walking away from this situation that doesn't serve you, and it doesn't serve the other person. And yeah, there's many new opportunities coming your way after you go through this process of aloneness and mental transformation. So shifting your perception on how it is that you've been in the past to how it is that you'd like to be. So what I'm getting here, I've also got the Osho spread, and I just do a little spread over here to give me more information. And what I wanted to find out about was just to find out more about this connection with you and this person. And the situation card that came up is projection. So if you remember in the beginning, we had the conflict card that's going on in this relationship between you and the other person. And what I'm getting here is projections. Okay. So, you know, we often think that love is about till death do you part, and it's happy and it's romantic, but ultimately, as how I see it, is that we attract people into our lives that are here to show us unseen aspects of ourselves. And when the projection card comes up, it indicates that that's what's happening, but we're not owning it. We're projecting it onto the other person. So just become aware, Leo, of how it is that you may possibly be doing that, but also how it is that the other person is doing that for you. I also get what's coming up here is what is not entirely conscious for you is some kind of exhaustion. So perhaps in your attempts to either work through this or understand it or meet it, you're pushing yourself too hard. What is conscious for you is this abundance that you want to return to, this abundance that is you, this place of contentment and joy, which actually does end up being your reality in the end. That is there for you, but I think there's an aspect of you that is pushing so hard to get to there that you're burning yourself out. The suggestion here is coming back to some kind of harmony, connecting to source, whatever that means for you. If you're religious, it's connecting to your God. If connecting to source means going out into nature, and harmony. So perhaps from your busy schedule, taking some time out to be in nature, taking some time out to go for a swim in the ocean, taking time out to just connect to yourself and to breathe, maybe some yoga, some kind of practice to bring you back to a state of harmony. So lastly, I just wanted to read to you the Love Oracle card that's come up here. It says here, a hidden longing for someone, and it may or may not be relevant for you. For some of you it may. A hidden longing for someone who does not know about your love or passive behavior, and expectations that the initiative will come from him. Take responsibility for your life and fulfill what you want. However, do not expect the relationship to solve all your personal and emotional problems. So for some of you, you may be coming out of this situation, but there's an aspect of your heart that has always been on another person. I did get a King of Cups coming up near the end here, and the King of Cups is a water sign, a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer. So the cards are just suggesting that it's about taking responsibility for that, letting the other person know possibly when the time is right. I'm also getting the Sorrow card coming up, so it's indicating that there's, with regards to this whole situation, allowing yourself to feel the pain. And perhaps this is part of what will allow you to come back into harmony, is to allow yourself to feel the pain. My go-to is watching a sad movie, a sad love story, and howling my eyes out, and then I feel so much better because those emotions have been released. All right, Leo, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, again, please support me by liking and subscribing.